Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Our Oracle card for today belongs to Into the Lonely Woods Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and illustrated by Dan May. The title of the card for today is A Time for Healing. When we look at the card for today, you see this expression that we often see in these modern times. Both hands forming a heart, which symbolizes love. At the same time, when we look at the hands that formed the heart, within it is a gentle white butterfly, ready to free itself. Somehow, love allows us to, for me, the card symbolizes that love allows us to undergo healing and transformation. The butterfly symbolizes transformation, and that transformation starts to happen when we start to feel that unconditional love that begins from within. When we go into that lonely woods within us, one of the first gifts that we receive from the Spirit is that unconditional love that makes us feel sacred, makes us feel loved no matter what, makes us feel that we are truly precious. When we experience that unconditional love from the Spirit, you realize that we are loved in spite of. We are loved whether we are doing good or doing bad. It doesn't change the love of the Divine for us. The Divine continues to love us. The Divine continues to nurture us. Whether we are doing things that are good or whether there are times when we lose our way. The journey towards life is a learning process, and along the way we commit mistakes, and also along the way people commit mistakes towards us. And so part of the process also is we get hurt along the way. And oftentimes one of the greatest hurts are those people whom we've learned to trust, whom we've learned to look up to. And the reason why they hurt us is because they too are in the process of learning how it is to go through life. For those who are called to be our parents or our guardians, they didn't enter into that role knowing everything already. They were also in the process of learning how to be a loving parent, how to be a loving guardian. And oftentimes, the only thing that they have with them at the beginning of their relationship with you are the things that they also learned from their past experiences. And so, the probability of getting hurt also by the people we trust, the people we love, is also quite high or quite possible. It's because all of us are always in the process of learning. But as we grow deeper in our spiritual journey, as we journey within us, the Divine gives us that special gift of healing through that love that we feel from the Divine. sooner or later, we find healing of our past experiences, of our past wounds. And through that healing, love also grows within us. We learn to realize that there is a need for us to forgive also, knowing also that in our journey we also discover that we too committed mistakes along the way. And so part of our healing is learning to forgive. But before we can forgive, we have to recognize that we have been hurt. And so part of our inwards journey is learning to remember those past hurts that most of the time we've pushed down into our subconscious mind in order to protect ourselves from the pain. As we grow deeper, as we undergo the transformation, which can be symbolized by the butterfly within the heart, sooner or later, those hurts that we have pushed into our subconscious mind will slowly come to our awareness. It will come to our awareness because it will ask us to recognize it as part of our life. We need to recognize it as part of our life's history. And it is from that realization or from that acceptance of it as part of our life, when we recognize it, when we recognize that we have experienced such, it is only then that we can give attention to it. And as we give attention to it, we are able to take those little steps towards healing. It's not an easy process to learn to forgive. It takes time, but we don't have to go through it alone. That is why we experience or we remember those hurts when we journey within. It is because the Spirit would like us to realize that we don't have to go through the healing process alone. The Spirit revealed it because the Spirit itself would like to heal us from it. So there's a need for us to have that humility to accept that we cannot undergo the healing process alone. That we need the Spirit, we need our ancestors, we need our spirit guides. Sometimes also we need people whom the Spirit brings into our life so that we can finally go through the process of healing. In the process of healing, there will be a lot of moments wherein we will have to be more docile to undergo the process. Oftentimes there will be moments also when you will feel helpless and you will feel lost. In those moments, which can be also like the ones that we can see in the tarot cards as tower moments where you feel helpless, the only thing that we can do is to allow the process to unfold itself. Sometimes the helplessness makes us lose hope, but actually in that helplessness, the healing process begins. Because in that helplessness, we realize the unconditional love that comes from the Spirit. It is in our helplessness that the Spirit starts to move, that the Spirit starts to do wonders in our life. It teaches us to be humble. It teaches us to trust the Spirit. It teaches us to be docile to the new lessons and to the guiding hand that will lead us towards transformation. The experiences that we learn as we undergo healing sometimes becomes also the things that we are able to use in order to help others, that the Spirit might lead our way in the future. That is why sometimes those who are most hurt in their life's journey oftentimes becomes one of those most effective healers, because they understand, they don't judge, they just learn to accept, and they learn to journey. They learn to listen, and they learn to accompany. And they also have that humility to know when they can only do so much. It is also by this humility that they are able to teach others to learn to trust the guiding hand of the Spirit. Healing is one of the greatest gifts that we receive when we journey into the lonely woods of our inner self. And it teaches us also to be grateful, to be thankful, not only to the Spirit, not only to our spirit guides, but to everyone and everything that the Spirit leads our way. So many things we will learn as we undergo the healing process, and what we learn will allow us also to understand more other people and to journey with compassion to those who are also undergoing the same process that we have undergone. Now let's try to read from the handbook that accompanies this card, and maybe we can gain more insights regarding a time for healing. At times, amidst the travails of the world, we find ourselves keening for the soft touch of the healer, of one who knows the right way to bring back to life the dimming light within our souls. The healer's touch may feel far from you, but if you take a moment and allow the ancient ones to come to you, you will feel a tender hand upon your brow, offering you the energy of the universe. Allow yourself to be restored by this ancient form of blessing and healing. Even if human hands are far away right now, imagine, close those weary eyes, know the ancient ones are with you, and let them reweave the fibers of light that make you into the being of radiance you so truly are. There's a beauty in you, and oftentimes this beauty is unnoticed, not only by the world, but sometimes also unnoticed by ourselves. As we undergo healing, that beauty starts to shine out, and the world starts to see it, and we also start to appreciate it. If you are right now undergoing painful situations in life, know that all this will pass. The wheel of fortune continues to turn. Never lose hope. healing will come. And that healing will teach us to learn, to love, and also to heal, to accompany others, and also to understand them more deeply. Well, that's it for today. I hope that somehow you were able to gain some insights regarding inner healing. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.